Welcome back. This is the second last lesson before the end of our unit. So, as I hinted in the previous video, we're going to be looking at money. So, let's get started. We will now add money. Compared with other addition, the big difference is in lining up the numbers using the decimal point. Well, this is the exact same thing I mentioned in the previous video. You can go back and check that one out if you don't believe me. But I did say that you must line up the decimal. It is the most important thing to do when adding and subtracting. And as you can see here, the decimal is lined up. So we just simply add these numbers. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. Carry the 1, it's 5. So just in case some of you are not in my class and you're watching this from wherever, welcome. We're happy to have you here. I add going up this way. It's just the way I've taught myself to do it. So if you do it the other way, I got you. I support you 100%. Let's go to the third slide. So the third slide is just going to ask us to add some numbers when it comes to money. So let's go. Going this way, 1 plus 8 is 9. 5 plus 0 is not 0. It's 5. And 1 plus 6. 1 plus 5 is 6. So as we go through this, I have a lot of experience dealing with money. I used to work in so many jobs that involved like cash register jobs. So, I mean, this was something that was very important, a very important skill to have. I also used to work before there were computers in stores. So I actually had to do this on my own, like in my head. So I got a lot of practice. But anyways, you are not going to listen to my old man stories anymore because you guys have computers and calculators. 8 plus 5 is 13. Carry the 1. This is 12. This gets carried over. 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 1 is 6. 2 plus 4 is 6. Very simple. No different than adding regular numbers. Number 4, slide number 4. You spent $14.98 for a t-shirt and $5.78 for a sandwich. How much did she spend in total? So the key words here are she spent $14.98 for a t-shirt and $5.78 for a sandwich. So these are the numbers that we need to look at, and they're being added together because you bought two things. $14.98 plus, remember, line up the decimals, very important. In money, we only ever use 2 decimal points. So the tenths and the hundredths, that's all we use. You must always have 2 decimal points for money. Let's add these up. 8 plus 8 is 16. Carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. Plus 7, 17. Don't forget the decimal. Carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry the 1. And it's $20.76 for the 2 things that you bought. Okay. I like to leave the money symbol at the end. Honestly, you do whatever you got to do. Doesn't make a big difference. There are 19 pennies. Who remembers pennies, huh? 25 nickels and 7 quarters in Jane's piggy bank. How much money does she have? Well, pennies are 1 cent, or they're written like this. Okay, because you need 100 pennies to make $1. Okay, nickels are 5 cents, or they're written like this. Quarters are 25 cents, or they're written like this. Okay, so for some of you, these 3 representations of money are new for you. Okay, so if it's confusing, just rewatch the video, check out some other videos out there, and you can get caught up, or just learn it for the first time. So 19 pennies, if you have 19 pennies, it's 19 times 0.01. And if you do that on a calculator, your answer is going to be 0.19. Nickels are 5 cents, and there's 23 of them. And when you multiply this on a calculator, you get 1.15, $1.15. Okay, so just a little side note here. Actually, let me just do the quarters too. 7 quarters are 25 cents each. Comes out to $1.75. So I'm going to add the dollar symbols at the end. So you need 100 pennies, which pennies do not exist anymore. They used to. There's no actual 1 cent coin. Okay. I mean, the 1 penny does exist in our prices, but not when it comes to actually paying it with actual money. You need 20 nickels to make $1. Also, you have dimes. Dimes are 10 cents. 10 dimes equal $1. 4 quarters equals $1. So if you can remember these little benchmarks here, might be helpful for you moving forward. Hannah has a $5 bill, 4 toonies, 4 loonies, and 9 quarters in her pocket. So if you're watching this video outside of our country, the country of Canada, some of this will not make sense to you, so I will make it make sense. A $5 bill is simply $5. A toonie is $2. A loonie is $1, and again, a quarter is 25 cents. So I know these two sound funny, but that's just the way it is up here. So if Hannah has a $5 bill, so she's got one $5 bill, she's got 4 toonies, so that's $2 multiplied by 4. 4 loonies, that's $1 multiplied by 4, and 9 quarters multiplied by 9. Okay, so now we just multiply these. $5 times 1 is 5. Anytime you multiply a number by 1, it stays the same. $2 times 4 is $8. $1 times 4, if you have 4 loonies, you have $4. And 9 quarters is $2.25. So now we have to add all these up. Luckily, there's a lot of zeros here, so it's going to be really easy to add. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5. Same thing here, except with 2. Put the decimal. Don't forget the decimal. You must line it up. 5 plus 8 is 13. 13 plus 4 is 17. 17 plus 2 is 19. So I'm just going to include the $sign at the end. Okay. 7. So now we're going to go into some subtraction. Subtracting money is tricky, and it's the same trick that I talked about in the last video I made with the double zeros. So let's go at this one at a time. So can you take 4 away from 9? Yes, you can, because 4 is smaller than 9. So that gives you 5. Can you take 6 away from 8? Yes, you can. Don't forget the decimal. 1 take away from 8 is 7. And 7 take away from 9 is 2. Okay. The trick that I talked about in the last video is take your answer, $27.25, add it to the number right above it, 71.64, should give you this answer right here, 98.89, 98.89. There you go. So that's one way to do it, especially if you don't have a calculator. Okay, please do that. Just take the extra 30 seconds and do it. So here's the tricky one. We have $89.00 minus $67.23. You cannot take away from these two numbers here. Okay, so you got to do some borrowing. Borrow from this guy here, turn him into a 10. Now you have a 9, and then there's 10. So can you take 3 away from 10? You sure can. It's 7. Can you take 2 away from 9? It's 7. Decimal. And then 7 from 8 is 1. 6 from 8 is 2. So let's try reversing this by adding it. 2177 plus 67.23. 3 plus 7 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8 plus 2 is 10. Don't forget the decimal. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 7 is 9, 2 plus 6 is 8. So there you go. You got $89 and it's the same answer. Okay. There are many strategies you can use for subtracting double zeros. So I'm just showing you one right now. Until we get back into school, or at least until I'm back, I'm going to show you one of these tricks in person because it can be a little tricky watching it over a screen. Again, double zeros, we need to borrow from the first available number. Okay, there we go. 10 minus 7 is 3. 9 minus 8 is 1. Please do not forget that decimal. And we can't do this here. You cannot take 8 away from 4. Not possible. So again, you got to do some more borrowing. Turn that into a 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. And 3 minus 3 is 0. We don't have to put anything down. So if we check this, 6, 13 plus 38, 87 should give us $45. 3 plus 7 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 8 is 10. Carry the 1 again. 8 plus 6 is 14. Plus 1 is 15. Carry the 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. And it's the same answer. So there we go. This trick will always work. So this is going to be an example that has quite a bit of borrowing. 9 minus 7, you can't take 9 away from 7. Borrow from this one. Here, actually, let me move this because there's a lot of borrowing that needs to be done here. Let's put it above. So 17 minus 9 is 8. Can you take 7 away from 2? The answer is no. You need to borrow from the 8. Turn this into a 7. This guy's now a 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. Don't forget the decimal. Can you take 9 away from 7? You cannot. 6. This is now 17. 17 minus 9 is 8. And 6 minus nothing is 6. Okay, and let's do the reverse. $68.58. Add 979. 8 plus 9 is 17. Carry the 1. You've got 7 plus 5 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. Carry the 1. Don't forget the decimal. 9 plus 8 is 17. Plus 1 is 18. Carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. So going backwards works. Let's go to slide 8. Show students a fast way of subtracting to avoid regrouping. So this is the one trick I wanted to show you in class. Instead of subtracting $1 minus 57, you can also do this. Take away 1 penny. Because if you have a 9 at the top, you never have to borrow. You cannot borrow. It's impossible. So if you turn this into 99 minus 57, you have 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 5 is 4. And since you took 1 away at the end, you have to add it. Oops, I should not put the addition symbol there. You just have to add the 1 penny back, and you get 43. Okay? This is my preferred method. So anytime you see me in class and I'm doing the math quickly in my head, this is exactly what I do. Okay? Because if you do it this way, it still works. It's one less step, but there's no borrowing. Okay, so this is my preferred method. And some of you are not ready for it yet. Some of you are ready for it. If you're not, no problem. Next time, you'll get into it. 9th slide. So here's again the example. $10. I'm going to take away 1 penny from $10. It gives me $9.99. And then I'm going to subtract $8.63. So now there's no borrowing whatsoever. 6, 3, 1. And then I need to add the penny back at the end. There you go. This is why I do it this way. It's just much simpler and it's much cleaner here. Okay, look how clean this is. Clean. Very easy to read. Okay, I'm a person who doesn't like mess unless it's on my desk. But when math, I like to keep it clean. Okay, so let's subtract. So let's choose a different color here. Keep it interesting. So the first one here, can you take 4 away from 5? You sure can. Take 6 away from 8. Yep, don't forget that decimal. 6 minus 1 is 5. 9 minus 7 is 2. I am not going to go backwards just to save time on this video. So now for this one here, we have $75. Let's change it to $74.99. Minus 61.23. 6, 7, 3, 1. Then add the 1 penny at the end. Okay. You can absolutely pause the video before I answer these questions. You don't have to just watch me do it. If you want to pause it now, pause it. If you want to guess what I'm going to do, guess. Guess what I'm going to say, sure. Whatever keeps you entertained, I'm good. 9 minus 8 is 1. 9 minus 8 is 1. Decimal, don't forget. Here, we still have to do some borrowing. You can't avoid it all the time. 14 is now our number. 14 minus 9 is 5. 4 minus 3 is 1. 15, 11. And of course, you guys are going to go back and double check these. We do not have to rewrite this. So 8 from 7 does not work. We need to borrow. 17 minus 8 is 9. Cannot take 8 away from 2. Number's too big. 12 minus 8 is 4. 9 cannot take away from 7. So 17 minus 9 is 8. 6 minus nothing is 6. Okay, I know I'm moving a little fast. Don't want this video to be an hour long because then nobody will watch it. But pause the video, slow it down if you have to, and just rewatch it. And this is the last slide. Amir, our good friend Amir, went to a grocery store with $15. He would like to buy buns for $1.69, ice cream for $6.99, and tomatoes for $2.50. Does he have enough money? If yes, how much change will he get? First thing we need to do is we need to add the groceries that he's buying. So he's buying buns, ice cream, and tomatoes. So $1.69 for the buns. Add it $6.99. Okay. 9 plus 9 is 8. You can also do that penny trick here by adding it to the 7. It's up to you. That's what I would normally do in my head, but I'm not going to model it for this lesson here. 1 plus 6 is 7 plus 9 is 16. Carry the 1. 6 plus 1 is 7 plus 1 is 8. So this is for the buns. This is for the ice cream. I wonder what kind of ice cream he would get. I would probably get chocolate chip because I like chocolate chip. And tomatoes, $2.50 for tomatoes. I love tomatoes too. When you add them, 8 plus 0 is 8. 6 plus 5 is 11. Don't forget our friend, the decimal. 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 1 is 11. So his groceries cost them $11.18. So if he pays with $15, now you have to take this and subtract. Subtract from $15. So $15 minus $11.18. So you can do the trick here. Okay, so the trick means $14.99 minus $11.18. 8 minus 8 from 9 is 1. 1 from 9 is 8. Don't forget the decimal. 3. That's 0. Add the penny at the end. 2, 8, 3. And his change is $3.82. So yes, he has money. And there's his change right there. Again, rewatch the video if this is confusing. I know I went a little fast because I didn't want this video to be too long. So please rewatch it. Please pause. Please try it on your own. And if you have questions, well, you can ask me. Send me an email. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.